So you got a 600 horsepower CTS-V and you want to improve your braking, or you just need to change your front brake lines? Well, I'm about to show you how to do it. What's going on, guys? So of course today we're going to be changing out the front brake lines on this CTS-V, only doing driver and passenger, not the rear. But this kit from Goodridge does come with 5 lines, 2 for the front, 2 for the rear, 1 for the middle of the rear, I believe. I'm not sure, I'm sorry about that. The front is the longest, of course, and they come with this adapter on there. This one is too big for the CTS-V2. I'm gonna take that off, get the little hardware kit that comes with it, and use the smaller one. This comes with bolts and 2 adapters, and of course the little bronze or copper washers. So yeah, we want to take that other one off, get the smaller one. We're not going to put it on yet. So once you've got the car up in the air, supported on jack stands with the wheel off, you want to go ahead and remove these 5 trim inserts that hold on this little felt panel. Once you get those off, go ahead, get your wrench. It is a 9/16 for the inside smaller nut and a 5/8 for the outside bigger one. If you can, use a flare nut wrench to make sure you don't strip those. Then you want to go ahead and remove this retainer clip. It's U-shaped. You can use it like a trim removal tool or a flathead, whatever you can, or some pliers to get that out. Next up, you want to get a 1/2-inch socket and remove the lower mounting nut that holds on the brake line, little bracket right there. And then a 7/16, of course, to loosen the screw going into the caliper for the brake line. With this one, you want to make sure you got a pan or something under, because you're going to leak a lot of brake fluid, and you want to make sure that you know how to bleed your brakes before doing this, because you will have to afterwards. And here is the old line. You can see the rubber was already cut open, but the threaded part wasn't. But of course you don't want that on the car. Of course, get your new brake line, go ahead and secure it to the bottom of the shock with the line on the back side going behind the shock. Then get a new screw with the new washers, 2 one on each side. I aim the flat spot at the caliper. Now you want to get the smallest adapter and go ahead and tighten that up to the car's hard line with an 11/16 flare nut wrench, and of course the 9/16 for the line in the car. With the adapter on and tightened up, you can now connect the brake line. This fitting on the brake line free spins, so it won't twist up the brake line and get it all tangled or twisted up. That brake line fitting was an 11mm. I used a wrench to tighten that up. You can go ahead and put this retainer clip back on. That is really hard. Just take your time. Go ahead, use the half, tighten up that lower shock, tighten up the caliper screw. Make sure you have no leaks and everything is tightened up. Now it's time to bleed. You can take off these little rubber caps on here. And to bleed, of course, you want to do the inside one first, then the outside one. But you want to start off, it's an 11mm wrench for those bleeder screws. You want to start off from the passenger backside, driver backside to the passenger front side to the driver on the front side, and then you'll be done. After that, make sure there's no leaks, and then of course go ahead and test drive that CTS-V. As always, thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one.